everyone! Hello, hello, and happy Friday. Let's get you up to speed with some news that you could use right now.
Rise and shine, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Thank God it's Friday, January 17. Let's kickstart this morning together with good vibes, great company, and unstoppable energy.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Your mornings are more fun with us. Join us in the next hour for stories and conversations that matter. I'm so happy it's Friday. It's been a long week. I know probably a longer week for you, Pao, with all your jet lag and everything.
I am so jet lagged. It's funny because I didn't think that the jet lag wouldn't be as bad kasi 4 hours ang ating difference between Dubai and Manila.
Okay.
But then on the way back, siguro, I guess I didn't get enough sleep on the plane. It's just one of those things. So yeah, I mean like it feels longer. Which is not necessarily a bad thing.
No.
I mean, like, you know, it's just...
Time to slow down a bit. Time is flying.
Yeah, but then, you know, I'm excited about our topics here because we're talking about Ozempic.
Not exactly Ozempic. Something controversial. Yeah, I mean...
Controversial ba for you?
Yeah.
Controversial ba
Actually,
Ozempic?
it is.
In general, it
because
is.
it's something that was made for something else, and people are using it for an entirely different
It's a
thing.
good side effect.
Yeah,
So yeah, we'll see
is.
what the doctor says because like Anne said, it's supposed to be for diabetes, but people are using it for weight loss.
For weight loss, yes.
But there are other options, so we will explore that later with the doctor.
No, it's really, really interesting.
No, I don't know. I don't think it's as controversial anymore because people, they use it. Some people do it over the counter. Some people do it at home.
And that is why we need our doctor to tell us all about this and if it's safe to actually do it at home.
It's controversial in the sense that people don't know how to take it properly.
Exactly.
Because when you say you're taking Ozempic, it's a normal thing nowadays, right? But it's the dosing and all that. So we'll find out. We'll find out. So stay tuned.
Yeah,
but first,
you know,
let's check.
we're gonna check the weather in just a bit because syempre, we gotta get to the news first. So let's check out our weather report where we can expect generally good conditions with chances of rains this Friday. The northeast monsoon or hanging amihan is affecting the northern and central Luzon. Now, apart from the cool winds, the amihan is also bringing some rains to the Cagayan Valley, the Cordillera region, and Aurora. Along with Metro Manila and the rest of the country, the shear line is causing some downpour in Bicol region, Quezon, Marinduque, and Oriental Mindoro. The easterlies, or the warm winds from the Pacific, is bringing rains to eastern Visayas, Dinagat Islands, and Surigao del Norte. Now tune later to Weather HQ later on at 9 a.m. for updates, whatever the weather, only here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
The resolution for the Department of Agriculture to declare a food security emergency amid the rising price of rice has been approved. That's according to the National Price Coordinating Council, led by Trade Secretary Maria Cristina Roque. Under the declaration, the National Food Authority, or NFA, could release buffer stocks to help make rice more affordable. NFA will start selling its rice among LGUs in Metro Manila starting February. It can be bought at around 38 pesos per kilo. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Chu Laurel is looking to even lower that price to 35 pesos per kilo.
6 million ballots are going down the drain after a Supreme Court ruling regarding the disqualification cases of candidates, including former Caloocan City Representative Edgar Erice. The COMELEC says it will finalize the inventory of the ballots set to be destroyed, which it had previously printed. The commission adds it plans to carry out the reprinting of ballots next week following the High Court's order. Speaking on BNC's agenda, veteran election lawyer Romulo Macalintal says the poll body must adjust and calibrate its next plans with the SC in mind. Macalintal adds the names of the disqualified bets with pending cases should remain in the ballot as a precautionary measure.
Malaking panghihinayang natin dyan, pero hindi naman natin maiiwasan yan kasi hinahabol din naman ng Commission on Elections ang kailang mga deadlines. At ito naman ay para naman maiwasan itong mga bagay na ito. Siguro sa mga susunod, lalo na ngayon na mag-i-imprenta pa sila, sana tiyakin nila na yung mga desisyon nila ay talagang papanigan ng Korte Suprema. Para din maiwasan yan, bukod yan sa ganyan mga uri ng desisyon, sa ngayon siguro ang aking masasabi ay dapat lahat ng mga kandidato na didisqualify ng COMELEC na may nakabimbin pang kaso sa Korte Suprema ay isama na nila sa balota para kung sakali magkaroon uli ng isang TRO pa ang Supreme Court, ay at least ando na ang kanilang mga pangalan.
Japan says it will extend help to the Philippines amid the tension in the West Philippine Sea. Japanese Foreign Minister Iwaya Takeshi says they are concerned with China's bullying in the disputed waters. Takeshi met with Foreign Affairs Secretary Enrique Manalo, where their conversation centered around the West Philippine Sea issue. The Japanese Foreign Minister also says Japan is also seeking to strengthen its relations with the Philippines, especially in the fields of economy and security. Takeshi made the statement after a courtesy call with President Marcos in Malacanang.
In response to the South China Sea, we further agreed to strengthen the Philippines-Japan partnership. In particular, we confirm that Japan will continue assistance to the Philippines, including official security assistance for enhancing maritime security and official development assistance for improving maritime safety capabilities.
In other news, Filipinos need not fear hefty hospital fees. That assurance from PhilHealth after the state insurer received backlash over reports that many Filipinos refuse hospital treatment because they are expensive. The details from Agatha Gregorio.
We can assure each and every member of PhilHealth that wag po kayong mag-alala, wag po kayong matakot pumunta sa ospital as a doktor. Sagot po kayo ng PhilHealth po. Rest assured.
That response from PhilHealth after Senator Bongo listed cases of Filipinos put in harm's way due to fear of hefty medical bills. This includes reports of a man who died by the roadside in Cavite after choosing not to enter a clinic. A woman in Cebu City gave birth by the road as well, despite the arrival of an ambulance to take her to the hospital.
Sa sobrang liit po ng counterpart ng PhilHealth sa ngayon, talagang karamihan po takot magpa-hospital. Sweldo natin ito kinakaltas po ito sa ating sahod. Pinaghirapan natin ito. Pinagpawisan natin sa ating sweldo. Dapat po mapakinabangan natin ito at may masasandalan tayo tuwing tayo ay nagkakasakit at hindi tayo matakot magpa-hospital. Kung ginamit lang po sana ang pondo ng PhilHealth sa tama, hindi tayo aabot sa puntong ito.
PhilHealth was given zero subsidy in the 2025 budget because, according to the president, the state insurer can use its billions in reserve funds. Senator Bongo also asked PhilHealth to make sure Filipinos know about their benefits. PhilHealth says its website is always updated, especially on increases in case rates.
Through our benefit development protocol, we prioritize the case rates, which were actually the top burden of diseases or the top 10 leading causes of mortality and morbidity. That is composed of the pneumonia, cerebrovascular attack, the heart attack, and dengue, and then the rest. That will take a lot of time because we did the costing of every diseases and we did the research and got the data from all the hospitals. However, we did another direction of increasing the benefits across the board, and that is the 30% and the 50%.
The health insurer also said hospitals with denied claims due to late submission may be paid soon. According to PhilHealth,
As of December 2024, nasa more than 75% of our hospital already had a reconciliation ng 2024 accounts po nila. Meaning, ongoing po yung discussion sa kanila with the intention of making sure that itong claims na being claimed by our hospital, Mr. Che, mababayaran po natin.
Goss said the WTW Global Medical Trends Survey shows medical costs in the Philippines are expected to increase by over 18% this year. So the lawmaker is calling on PhilHealth to use its funds properly. PhilHealth says all benefits will remain despite the absence of state subsidy. Agatha Gregorio, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
In the U.S., the wildfires ravaging through neighborhoods in Los Angeles provide critics more reasons to oppose the 2028 LA Olympic Games. Officials said this ongoing fire is already the most devastating natural disaster in U.S. history, as dry and strong winds hamper firefighting efforts. Governor Gavin Newsom has already moved to assure that LA is ready to host the Games. But Eric Sheehan, a key figure in No Olympics, a coalition opposing the 2028 Games, said that the fire and local response show a city ill-equipped to host the sports spectacle.
Still in the U.S., President-elect Donald Trump is taking credit after the successful negotiation for a ceasefire in Gaza. Trump says this was a result of his victory in the elections last November. But outgoing U.S. President Joe Biden strongly denied Trump's claims.
After 8 months of nonstop negotiation, my administration, a ceasefire and a hostage deal has been reached by Israel and Hamas, the elements of which I laid out in great detail in May. This plan was developed and negotiated by my team and will be largely implemented by the incoming administration. That's why I told my team to keep the incoming administration fully informed, because that's how it should be, working together as Americans.
Biden had this reaction after a White House reporter asked who should ultimately take credit for this breakthrough in the Middle East.
Thank you.
Who takes credit for this, Mr. President, you or Trump?
Is that a joke? Oh.
It's business as usual for Pope Francis as he injured his right forearm after a fall. Footage from the Vatican shows the Holy Father wearing a sling to hold up his right arm on Thursday. The Vatican says Pope Francis did not suffer any broken bones and carried on with his agenda for the day. The injury is the second in about 6 weeks for Pope, who bruised his face in an earlier fall in December. The 88-year-old pontiff suffered from influenza and related problems several times in the past 2 years. Pope Francis, though, has downplayed concerns about his health and ruled out resigning like his predecessor Benedict XVI did.
Moving on to sports, the Magnolia Hotshots get back on track in the pursuit of a playoff spot in the PBA Commissioner's Cup. The Hotshots take down the Venus Fieldmasters Thursday at the Phil Sports Arena in Pasig, 110-104. Magnolia's local crew took over with Zave Lucero and Mark Baroca combining for 47 points. Import Ricardo Ratliff added extra firepower with a double-double, 22 and 19. In the first game, the Rain and Shine Alaska Painters regained its fighting form as they end a 2-game skid at the expense of the Northport Batang Pierre, 127-107. Dion Thompson leads the charge for ROS with 27 points and 11 rebounds, while Santi Santillan and Adrian Nokum also had a solid game with 16 markers each for Rain or Shine.
In entertainment, visionary American filmmaker and Oscar-nominated director David Lynch has died. He was 78 years old. A statement from Lynch's family posted on the director's Facebook page confirmed his passing on Thursday. Lynch became known for his complex and bewildering films, with a style of filmmaking described by Vanity Fair magazine as weird, creepy, and slow. Among his classics, the 70s horror film Eraserhead, the award-winning Wild at Heart, and The Elephant Man. Lynch was also co-creator of the groundbreaking TV mystery crime series Twin Peaks.
Now on to some lighter entertainment news. Apple TV's sci-fi thriller Severance takes promotion to another level with their glass box exhibition at the Grand Central Station in New York City. 5 of the main actors of the hit series appeared in a glass box and in character. As crowds flocked to watch from the outside, the characters played their usual routine set in the show's fictional firm. Some users online are calling this stunt a clever commentary on surveillance. Severance Season 2 is available for streaming on Apple TV today. Now we've got an interesting conversation coming up. Ozempic The hottest drug taking over fitness plans becomes an open secret in the weight loss game. But how safe is it, and does it come with consequences? The doctor is in when we return. Endocrinologist Dr. Mia Fojas joins us after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back.
Hello and welcome to Follow the Money. I'm Rain Musngi. Join us as we explore the tools and insights you need to jumpstart your financial journey.
We empower.
Filipino startups can actually compete globally.
We motivate.
Growing retail interest today from a cryptocurrency perspective.
Changes that are vital.
We have high data privacy standards for all our clients.
Follow the Money with Rain Musngi.
Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on top.
The latest news, national issues.
With regard to, was very vocal about charter change.
The political scene, the trust and approval ratings of President Bongbong Marcos and Vice President Sara Duterte decline, and conversations with prominent personalities.
Brings back wonderful memories of past Christmases when I was a little boy in Iloilo.
Be timely informed, be insightful of the news. All these firsthand at the forefront.
It's very early in the year. There's so many other factors we have to look at. But what we want investors to be is ready. So if interest rates fall to a certain level, then dapat ready tayo to go. If earnings go to a certain level, then ready tayo to go. No? So in fact, I think yung 8,000 number na yan is, I believe we're looking at around 5.5% interest rate and around 2.5% and a 2.5% EPS growth. Yung 9,000, that's probably tougher, but we have our good, better, best scenario. So for 2025, we like domestic demand as a theme. So obviously there are a lot of uncertainties we're facing entering 2025. We're only less than a day into 2025. Marami pang pwedeng mangyari. But we have to remember that the Philippines is still expected to grow.
Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, you've seen it on social media and you've probably heard it from your friends. It's definitely taking over Hollywood, leaving fans guessing which celebrities are on it. Ozempic, a drug used in treating diabetes, is the trendiest game changer in weight loss. But this Hollywood favorite is not so elusive anymore. Ads selling self-administered Ozempic pop up everywhere. But the question is, how does it really work and what are its dangers? Now, to help us out, we have here with us in the studio endocrinologist Dr. Mia Fojas. Good morning, Doc. It's a beautiful day.
Good morning, Paolo, Anne, and Monique.
Good morning. So, Doc, we've talked about it. I said it on my intro. I see it all the time on my ads on Instagram and Facebook, all these self-administered weight loss Ozempic that you can literally buy and inject yourself. A lot of my friends are taking it. They're calling the drugstore, hey, do you have Ozempic? And they literally just pick it up like it's just Tylenol or something, correct? So first of all, for our viewers, how does Ozempic work and what is Ozempic?
Okay, Ozempic is an analog, so it's similar to a substance that's also in our bodies. It's called a glucagon-like GLP-1, okay? Glucagon-like peptide-1 receptor. It's you have it in your body, but its lifespan, it's a half-life. It's only about a couple of minutes. And the mode of action is that it prolongs the life of your own insulin. Precisely, if you saw the ad earlier, so it's a prescription drug.
Yeah.
So,
Keyword, prescription.
Prescription drug, and it is mainly for those with diabetes. Okay. So you can't just get it over the counter. So that is the reason why we have to stress it out that it is for those with diabetes who are obese.
Yeah.
Okay. And with other risk factors. Again, so what you see in online is if it's not Ozempic, it is not FDA approved. So Ozempic is the only semaglutide that is approved in the Philippines for diabetes. If there's another drug, it's the one for weight loss with or without diabetes. It's called Wegovy. It's also semaglutide, but it is a higher dose.
Yeah. Okay. So Ako personally, I don't have Ozempic on my algorithm kasi so I don't see it on my social media. I don't know about you, Mo, but but then when we're talking about
No, because my friends have done it, Doc. I'm not gonna say who. So I was so interested because grabe their weight loss, Doc, and I'm also trying to lose weight, so that's why.
That's super interesting kasi you mentioned it's specifically for obese patients or people with diabetes. So what makes it specifically for those who have obesity problems as well?
Okay. It's in the mode of action. So it's a very good drug because it delays gastric emptying time, which means that you feel full earlier and longer. And it also has some effects on the appetite. So it works in the brain, in the appetite center of the brain.
Okay.
That is why you feel the hunger less. So that's how it works. However, remember I said, slows down the gastric emptying time. So in a lot of obese individuals, a lot of them would also have gastroesophageal reflux disease. Yung GERD, no? So medyo, yung iba, the tendency is they have nausea and vomiting. So nakakatakot yon. It can actually tear your esophagus. Or,
oh, really?
Yes, you can go to the emergency. And also, for those who have gallstones, no? Medyo you have to be careful because you can have cholecystitis. So pwedeng magkaroon ng bumara yung bato lalo. So you have to undergo surgery. So it's really not for all individuals who are obese, but that is the reason why it is a prescription drug. You have to go to the doctor. You have to have baseline workups before you even try this. So it is not supposed to be self-prescribed.
It's so scary. Everywhere you can actually order it. They send it to your homes, and you can self-administer. They probably just do teleconsult and then advise you where to inject it and everything. I'm wondering, we were talking about this earlier, Doc, right? If you don't have diabetes and you take this drug mainly just for weight loss, what is going to happen to your body?
Oh, you might get disappointed because there are certain rules or there are certain parameters that are taken into account by the physician before this is given to you. But however, if you unscrupulously use it, so there's a tendency for you to have hypoglycemia, babagsak yung blood sugar mo.
Right.
So the others would actually have headaches and vomiting and they don't know why. Yung pala, kasi yun nga, no? Hindi mo alam na gutom ka na. That's how it works eh. So, lalo na pag nag-hypoglyce. So that's how it works. So they keep on vomiting, nausea, and then they get admitted in the ER. Yung pala, it's drug-induced. So it's dangerous. You can actually have renal failure because of the water loss. And sometimes they would have diarrhea that's uncontrolled. And you have kidney failure. You can also have liver, yung gastroesophageal reflux. So again, I said na pwedeng magkaroon ng ulcers and all. So you can be admitted before.
I heard too, Doc, that if you take Ozempic, because I did do my research, like I said, because I was really looking into it, I'm not gonna lie. So that's why this is so interesting to me. I heard for women too, it can cause fertility issues as well.
Oh no, it's very good for those who have PCOS.
Oh, really?
There's an ongoing study for that because a lot of individuals with PCOS are also obese. So that is actually bad. And the trend right now is that you address obesity, so that root cause of a lot of chronic illnesses. So the tendency is that you decrease the risk for diabetes, you decrease the risk for cancers, decrease the risk for hypertension and high cholesterol levels. So it is a very good drug for the proper individuals.
And if used properly.
Yeah, you know, Doc, some people are looking at Ozempic and saying like, oh, pang weight loss yan, not really for, like, the diabetes almost becomes secondary. But then, the weight loss is the side effect rather compared to the actual intended result. Tama po ba yan?
Oh, not really. So the weight loss is the way to go for you to control the blood sugar. So that's the reason why we use Ozempic. But again, it is not for all individuals with diabetes because right now there's another research. It's a publication that came out that some individuals would actually have irreversible blindness, no? So
Really?
yes, kasi nagkaroon ng what do you call non-arteritic ischemic ophthalmopathy. So what happened is that nagkaroon ng blood clot doon sa blood vessel. So these individuals are the obese males who are smokers, hypertensives, and again, this is not for individuals who have super duper high glucose levels. So these, we prefer still to give insulin to those who have high blood glucose levels who would not respond to oral medications because Ozempic will not decrease the blood sugar as much as insulin would.
Yes.
And if you give that, baka mag-tendency magkaroon sila ng blindness. No? So hindi pwedeng ganon.
Yeah, and I heard also, Doc, when you stop taking Ozempic, so for those people who are taking Ozempic for weight loss, they gain everything back, correct? Because they stop eating, and then their body basically bounces back, and they gain the weight again.
That's a problem pag hindi unscrupulous ga yung use, no?
Right.
So it's not supposed to happen like that. In a lot of cases, if you give Ozempic for about a couple of years, 1.5 to 2 years, no? So when you try to withdraw it, you withdraw it slowly, not sudden. Kasi ang tendency, you gain 2/3 of the weight you lost. Up to 2/3. But yung iba, nagre-rebound even more than their previous weight because they're not guided. And ang mahirap dyan, if you just keep on using and you have sudden weight loss, you lose hair.
Lose hair?
Oo, you lose hair.
That is a scary side effect.
Hair. And then even among the mga actors and actresses, you notice, nag-Ozempic ito. Kasi you see it in their faces. Yung sudden weight loss, they don't give time for the skin to adapt. So, nagkakaroon sila nagsasagging. So, it's not a nice way to lose weight.
Yeah. What do you think, Doc, is going to happen if this drug is normalized in our society? You
Or
know?
has it already been normalized?
No, it's not. It's a prescription drug, okay? And it's very expensive. It's about more than 7,000 pesos a month. So, and sometimes bigger individuals would need higher doses.
Right.
So it's not supposed to be normalized, and it's not normal for you to be taking any drug for that matter. So what I do to my patients is that, okay, while you have funds for your Ozempic, you have to adapt. So you have to do your lifestyle changes because otherwise, if we try to withdraw it, baka mag-rebound ka.
Right.
So sayang ang ginastos mo. So it's not supposed to be normalized. It's a drug.
Right.
Period.
Yes.
So yun.
So if you are taking Ozempic, you don't just fully depend on the drug. You have to make lifestyle changes as well, right? So that is what you advise your patients.
Definitely, because you have to get used to like eating vegetables every time because it makes you feel fuller. So that later on when we try to withdraw the drug, you won't rebound to the previous weight or even more than that. And that's what's happening to those who were ill-advised.
Yeah.
Well, for people who are interested in losing weight, right, obviously Ozempic's not the way to go. What other drugs do you recommend for them to take? Or if not drugs, like we mentioned, lifestyle changes, what are your thoughts and tips on that?
Of course, lifestyle first. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Always
because
the
otherwise
holistic way.
useless ang gamot. Okay, so what's happening is that definitely for exercises, no, especially among women reaching their menopausal stage, okay, perimenopause, you do your exercises more because when you reach menopause, even among males, when you reach andropause, you lose muscles. You have sarcopenia. And if you lose muscles, nagsasag yan, and then the tendency is you become at risk for diabetes, etc., because you don't get to use the energy that you have been taking.
Yeah.
So you try to build up, it's not just aerobic exercises, you build up muscles through resistance training.
Yeah.
So at least 3 times a week, no? So again, for the diet, of course, definitely, kalahati ng plato, gulay all the time because it makes you feel fuller. Sorry, but we are not encouraging keto diet, especially among those on injectables, because they can have you glycemic diabetic ketoacidosis. So pwede silang ma-admit, no? Acidotic yung blood nila, so pwedeng mag-kidney failure and heart failure, heart attack. So we do not advise keto diets to these individuals on the injectable.
Okay, meaning Ozempic.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, there are other drugs kasi.
I
so
see.
there's
Just any
the
weight loss
first
drug.
one that came out is liraglutide, but it's injectable daily.
Yeah.
And then with Saxenda, that's the brand, you get to lose about 10 to 12% of your baseline body weight. And then for Ozempic, it's about 15%. And there's an upcoming drug. It's also injected once a week. It's tirzepatide. Wala pa sa Pilipinas.
Okay.
It's going to be more expensive, definitely, because the weight loss there, it's reaching yung bariatric surgery, no? It's about 22% of your baseline body weight. So, but it's going to be more expensive. It's not in a pen. In the Philippines, it won't be in a pen, but it might be in a vial. Because
so you have to-
tagal if you get it in a pen form na 1 pen a week. So
Yeah.
unlike yung Ozempic, one whole pen is for 1 month. That's 4 shots.
Okay.
But it's for, in other countries, the tirzepatide is 1 pen a week.
Okay.
So, and how do you dispose of them? It's another plastic, no? So it's not that great. So
Yeah.
we use vial. And when you submit to the FDA, you also submit kasi the device. Kaya mas matagal ang approval. Anyway, that's on the side. Tirzepatide, wala pa sa Pilipinas, but it's more effective. Again, it's approved for those with obesity and diabetes in the Philippines. Hindi pa mainly obesity lang.
Yeah. That's super interesting. Some people also complained when you take a look at when they use Ozempic, when they use injectables, na minsan yung personality nila naapektuhan daw. They lose their spark, they lose their...
Gutom kasi.
Gutom kasi, right? That's it! That's what I was thinking! Gutom kayo!
You're hungry. You need energy. You need sustenance.
Kasi nga, hindi sila na-advise on
Yeah.
how to manage the diet.
Exactly. Diba when you're hungry, you get hangry?
Yes. Nakita namin yan sa ibang patients. Pumunta na lang sa amin suddenly as the endocrinologist. Kasi nga parang, sinubukan mo na pala. So it's not like that. So you have to advise a patient on which foods to eat.
Right.
Para hindi sila gutom agad.
Yeah.
Right, yes.
And hindi talaga pwede kung yan lang yung injectable for those who have diabetes and super high sugar kasi hindi maa-address yung sugar in itself.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Now, Doc, how is taking Ozempic for a person who doesn't have diabetes affecting the diabetic community? Because it's so hard for them to get this drug, right? Because people are taking it for weight loss.
Nako, thank you for that question. Kasi it's very difficult for our patients who really need this. No? So it decreases their risk for heart attacks, decreases the risk for renal failure and heart failure for that matter. And it's not available because some people are using it just for weight loss.
Yeah.
But our patients with diabetes need it more.
Yeah.
Right.
So please, there are other ways for you to lose weight, but you just have to consult kasi there are certain parameters that may not have been investigated on.
Yeah.
It's probably not just your eating, no, or less of the exercise. It's probably other hormonal problems.
Yes,
So, and these hormonal problems will be addressed with other medications and not just Ozempic. It's not a wonder drug.
Yeah.
Right.
So it has indications. You need a prescription. You need a doctor for this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, we
Man.
learned a lot today.
Yeah, you know, I can only
Yeah.
imagine. Doc, how excited are your patients when you say, kailangan mo mag-Ozempic? Na-excite ba sila?
Hindi.
Because it's expensive.
It is expensive, promise. Yes.
Oh, that's
and
so
it's expensive,
funny.
and then for some of them, they get disappointed because they do not achieve the weight loss. So what is significant weight loss? It's about 5% of your total body weight within 12 weeks. So which means that if within 12 weeks or 3 months, if you do not achieve the 5%, it's not effective. So that's how it is supposed to be. However, so in some individuals, they don't know that. So they keep on using it and then parang ang dami na nilang ginastos and without achieving anything.
I get you.
Right.
Oh, that's so funny.
So, Doc, we have so many more questions for you, but unfortunately, we don't have time. For our viewers who have more questions and want to ask you directly, where can they find you?
Okay. I have my clinic at Manila Med, and I also see admitted patients in the Philippine General Hospital. But they can contact my secretary.
Secretary.
My secretary, Ethel, at 0917-871 3477. Also, can you please, you can follow me at TikTok and Facebook, but in TikTok, it's doc.mia, DOK.MIA. And I'm starting on dyslipidemia and cholesterol levels, but not yet on the weight, but we'll discuss the weight later on.
Well, thank you so much, Doc. We learned
Thank
so
you, Doc
much
Mia.
with all the false information and all that. Thank you for teaching us today. Everybody,
enlightened.
endocrinologist Dr. Mia Fojas. Thanks,
Thank you
Doc.
so much.
Thank you, Doc. Now, in an ideal world, we live our lives waste-free, abandoning the concept of single-use plastic and going back to our roots. That is exactly how our next guests reimagine the future. Back to Basics Zero Waste Ecostore joins us later on the show. Don't go away. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. This Zero Waste Month, we feature a store making a change slowly but surely with its zero waste concept. Back to Basics Ecostore, founded by 5 women who recently won the QC Green Awards for Excellence in Climate Action. Now, 2 of these women, Esquillo and Laarnie Cancio, join us here on the show to talk about their initiative. It's a beautiful day. Leah and Laarnie, good morning.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day.
Good morning. Now, first and foremost, tell us all about Back to Basics Ecostore. When did you start this and how it all started for you guys?
Yeah. So yung Back to Basics Ecostore, we're basically a grocery, no, an Ecostore but through refillery.
Yeah.
Okay. So you tackle, you get. You use your own containers to be able to refill your household essentials. So our store is in Maginhawa. We're at number 30 Maginhawa Street. Pero paano ba kami nag-start? Mga 2019, kaming 5, as you said, we're 5 women environmentalists. Individually, we all had a dream already. We're environmentalists na trying to live, an environment-friendly lifestyle. Pero when we go to the grocery and we go home, ang sakit pa rin sa puso kasi we generate a lot of kalat pa rin.
That's true.
Di ba, a lot of unnecessary packaging, mga
sachet.
Sachet, mga single-use plastic. Parang di mo naman kailangan kasi pagbalik mo from the grocery, ililipat mo rin naman yung toyo mo o yung sa container mo.
Yes,
So, ang sakit sa puso to generate that amount of unnecessary waste.
Yeah.
So, pangarap namin, individually nung una, bago kami nagtagpo, na sana there's a store we can go to na i-refill lang natin yung essentials natin. Using our own containers. Why get new ones? Diba?
Yeah.
So, ang galing kasi pinagtagpo kami ng tadhana. So, yung palang pangarap na yon ay pangarap naming 5. And then we looked around, meron bang ganito? We looked around, wala eh.
Yeah.
Wala. So we said, let's be brave. This is an important thing. This is an important thing, not just for us because we did it too, but for many people.
Right.
So we put up the store.
Yeah.
Di ba naalala ko, yung lola ko was telling me, nung bata pa sila, ganun yung mga stores. They go to the store, nagre-refill sila ng mga milk, ng mga shampoo, tapos nawala yun eh. Di ba? Because we had single-use plastic already.
Nasanay
Because
tayo
of its convenience Kaya hindi mo siya maiwasan. So it's great that you have this store in Maginhawa.
Yes.
And then we were talking about it earlier, hindi lang siya the usual like shampoo, conditioner. You also have condiments.
Yes, we offer, so basically we're a grocery, we offer household essentials. So pangluto, toyo, suka, patis, cooking oil, sugar, coffee, bestsellers ang mga coffee namin. Condiments, yun, bestseller din yon among mga chef at yung mga nagluluto kasi ang mura. Ang mura. And the herbs and spices. We also have cleaning products. So laundry detergent, hand soap, Fabcon, personal care products, yun, mga shampoo bars, bamboo toothbrush. So,
snacks.
A lot of things.
Snacks like nuts and seeds.
You mentioned a while ago na, medyo luma tong ng idea in a sense that it used to be back in the day, back in the time ni Anne, pwede daw mag-refill. But obviously, times have changed, has become the convenience of Well, the convenience of convenience has caused a lot of inconvenience,
That's
which is
true.
yung single-use plastics and the waste. But mabuti na lang dahil again, you started this venture and at the same time, na-recognize na po kayo.
Yeah,
Na-recognize po kayo, if I'm not
Mm-mm.
mistaken, 2024 QC Green Awards Excellence in Climate Action.
Yes.
Ma'am Laarnie, you
Thank
take a look at the, first of all, congratulations. You take a
Thank
look at
you.
yung achievement na to. How much does it validate yung mga ginagawa ninyo?
Yeah, first of all, of course, we're very thankful for this award, no, for this recognition. Thank you, Mayor Joy, and for the whole Quezon City.
Yeah.
So this award recognizes institutions that promote or address climate change and promote sustainable practices.
Okay.
So that is why with this award, this encourages us and other similar businesses that promote the same initiatives to continue to carry on, because indeed it is a challenging business because we're not mainstream.
Right.
So we try to, together with the selling, it's not just about that, it's about educating our customers, their family, our friends, that there's more to it than just buying what we need, but it's more about taking care of Mother Earth as well.
Right.
Kaya ba natin i-mainstream to? You mentioned it's not mainstream,
Yes,
but as a business, as something that's running, do you feel na kaya itong i-replicate sa mga ibang lugar?
Yes. In fact, I don't know if you're familiar with the Kuha sa Tingi project of Quezon City and Greenpeace, and there's also in San Juan.
Yeah.
Those are in sari-sari stores. And in fact, several NGOs have also initiated this kind of promoting these Tingi stores, like Mother Earth has also done that. And we've
Yes.
also helped stores in Infanta Quezon. So we also
May mga
help
lumalapit sa amin to help them put up sari-sari stores na refill.
Yes, NGOs, LGUs visit our store to do field visit benchmark, and then they ask us about our practices, and then they replicate it in their area, because we cannot do it all at
yourself.
once by
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah.
So we're happy to share our knowledge, our experience. Of course, we're not experts, but we just base our discussion with them through what we experience in our store, the challenges, how to address it.
This is so nice to hear, no, na nagsispread na siya,
Yes.
the idea of a zero waste store,
Right.
So not just here in Metro Manila, but in the provinces as well.
Yeah.
When you opened your store in Maginhawa, how was this embraced by the community?
At first, of course, we have to do some promotions, but not the paid promotions, but rather social media.
Right.
And it's through word of mouth from our friends, family, so that's it. And then it's just, we're now about entering our 3rd year in Maginhawa.
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're turning
Thank
3
you.
this February. So.
Pero ang maganda kasi before we put up the physical store, pre-pandemic, we started operating already through pop-ups.
Yeah.
No, nagpa-pop up kami, nag-join ng bazaar. So we established already like a market. May mga regular customers na who really was excited already na sana mag-put up na kayo ng physical store para kami mismo we can go there, which we eventually did. So when we opened the store, meron na kaming parang regular market.
Yeah. Leah, if you don't mind us asking, kasi syempre a lot of people are wondering, okay, so we're doing refills instead of yung mga, I guess, more convenient single use.
Yes.
If you want to use the term convenient. Pero when you source your products, and people, I'm sure, would compare sometimes yung quality ng mga products na yun. Can you give us an idea of saan nanggagaling yung mga produkto ninyo?
Yeah. Actually, isa yan sa we're proud about that kasi we sinusigurado namin na yung products namin ay quality. Di ba? In fact, dapat pumasa yan sa aming 5. Kasi kami mismo customer Kami mismo we buy our products. So, hindi kami magbebenta ng hindi okay para sa ibang nanay o sa ibang mga customers namin. So, we have different sources. We have generally local products kasi we prioritize also for climate change na local products. Good brands, we test it. Pwede ba mag-mention ng mga brands?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So like Marca Piña for our Toyo Suka Patis, Quezon's Best for our VCO and Cocoa Sugar. So very good brands, well-tested, many FDA approved, and we have good feedback. That's why our customers keep coming back. Kasi kumbaga may tiwala na sila na sigurado kami doon sa bibili namin dahil na-try nyo na.
Yeah.
So we're happy with our well-curated products. Maganda, we started during our pop-up days with 30 products.
Okay.
Now we have over 200 products to
Wow.
offer. So we're proud of that. So kayo, punta kayo ha.
Doon na ako mag-grocery.
Yes, we
please.
should. Dapat mag-ano tayo doon. May
Dala-dala ko
segment
yung mga-
tayo. Mag-segment tayo doon, yes.
Yeah, dala-dala ko yung mga containers ko and
Yes.
then kukuha ko ng,
Yeah.
that's where I will do my grocery shopping. No?
Yeah.
But apart
Please.
from your eco store, do you have like events, programs that you organize as well?
Yes. One is we also go out. Like many schools invite us. Ateneo de Manila is a regular, kasi we want to do that. Actually, we're not just a store. We are a movement.
Yeah.
We really
Yes.
try to help people in their zero waste journey. It's about lifestyle change.
Yeah,
Again,
yeah.
Lifestyle
diba?
change, correct.
Good for you, good for us, good for people, and it's good for the planet.
Yes.
So
Good for your pocket
Good
also.
for your pocket also,
Yeah.
because we have very
True.
reasonable prices. So we do that. We do pop-ups. We do webinars, and palagi kami na-invite to give talks about paano nga ba umpisahan ang zero waste journey.
Is there a challenge siguro for those trying to shift to more zero waste lifestyle? Kasi again, we're so used to going to the supermarket, buying all these products na sobrang single use minsan yung mga packaging nila. Are there any real, I guess, difficulties for people trying to make that shift po?
Yes, very challenging, Paolo. So, first, ang pagpunta nila doon, wala silang dalang containers.
Yeah.
So, to address that challenge is we reuse repurposed containers.
Okay.
So, these containers come from our customers' friends, which we clean, dry, and for the glass jars, we even sterilize it. Because for food containers, we only recommend using glass jars.
Glass, yes.
So, that's a challenge which we address by having ready containers that when you drop by the store and don't have any containers, you can say, okay, I'll just go back because we offer you these containers. Now, some customers, are, like for those who are used to the 7-Eleven type, right? Na ready to take the product.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
But we don't want the sachet, right? So what we do is we have ready, pre-packed products, like for example, dishwashing, in used PET bottles because we repurpose so that or in trial sizes or big sizes so that I'm in a hurry because it takes time when you do the refill, so that's a challenge, right? But I'm in a hurry, the customers, I'm in a hurry, my Grab is here and all, so here you can take this. So it's not sachet, it's still in plastic, but it's a reused
Yeah,
plastic.
it can be reusable, can be used over and over again. Pwede kayong bumalik.
Yes.
And then use
Using those containers.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what, I'm glad you mentioned also na mas mura if you actually go to them. Kasi minsan, what you buy, mas mahal, you're paying for the packaging.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yes.
not really the contents,
Yes.
but more dun sa packaging mismo.
Yes.
But Leah, Laarnie, do you think that, this zero waste movement will become big in the Philippines in the future?
We believe and we hope. Part yun ng pangarap. Katapos kasi, if you go back, so mga about 10 to 15 years ago when my kids were young, pag pupunta tayo sa, sa, let's say, mag-shopping, when we, check out, noon, magdadala na ako ng sarili kong, bag. Tapos medyo makikipag-away pa ako kasi 10 to 15 years ago, hindi pa accepted yun.
Yes.
Parang sasabihin nila, ay ma'am, hindi pwede, we need to use our own plastic bag.
Yes.
And then kailangan kong magtatense ang aking mga anak kasi medyo makikipag-away. So I will say,
Lumalaban ka talaga.
Medyo lumalaban. Pero ngayon, hindi na, di ba?
They actually encourage you.
You encourage. So that's a change in 10 years. So dito, kinikilabutan ako, but we're hopeful. Kasi kailangan din ng mundo. We need this.
For all of us.
Yeah, it's for all of us and for our future generation.
Yeah, and
we need this change.
You also have to give credit to the QC local government for their different ordinances. Like
That's true. Single-use plastic bag.
Like a plastic bottle. I remember the fear I had in my life nung pumasok akong QC City Hall. Tapos, may dala akong plastic water bottle. Sabi ko,
Sinita ka!
mali ata. Sinita ka. Sabi niya, sir, tago niyo yan, ha?
That's ikaw. Very
No,
good.
I know.
Very
No,
good.
what's worse was I was about to meet Mayor Joy Belmonte. May dala-dala akong mineral water.
Biglang tapon? Biglang tinapon.
Paolo was gonna meet her for an environmental thing pa.
Oh, twice. It happened twice. No, pero then I just put it in my bag. I didn't throw it away yet.
Okay,
I
of
just put it in my
course,
bag.
of
Kasi
course.
siyempre, ano to.
Tsaka alam ko
gotta
naman
find a way.
gagamitin mo pa ulit yun eh.
Oo.
Yes.
But I was given that, in fairness. I didn't buy it, I was given it.
Okay.
Before I went to the QC City Hall. Sobrang, oh my God. But anyway, again, congratulations on your
Thank
work.
you.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you
your
so
award
much.
po.
Yes. Thank you.
Congratulations to your 3 years. And
Yes.
may you have
Yes.
many more branches. Sana sa South naman.
True. Ang dami nagtatanong, pati franchising,
Mag-open
tinatanong
na ng
kami.
branch.
Are you going to franchise?
Wala
Sorry.
pa. We're not yet ready for that. But yun ang part pwede ng future. Ay, pero ang okay din yung mobile refillery.
That's good.
For
Yes,
Zero
yes.
Waste Month, and that's part actually of the award.
Yeah.
So we were given prize money, but not to shop or not to use it for personal, pero
But to
para
reinvest.
ma-launch namin itong BTB on Wheels.
So we're rolling out.
We're rolling out.
The BTB on
Those who cannot come to the store for whatever reasons, we're going closer to them.
To you.
So we'll be able to go to condominiums, more
Yes,
schools,
schools.
And communities in general.
Villages.
To bring the product.
Girls,
to the
I'm so
world.
sorry. I wish we had more time, but congratulations.
Thank
we cannot
you.
wait to see
Thank
more
you.
of it.
Yes,
Go
thank you,
check them out on their
Paolo.
social medias. And of course, go check them out in their physical store as well and say that we sent you there. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Back to
Thank
Basics
you.
co-founders, Esquillo and Laarnie Cancio. Really appreciate you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So when we return, NBA superstar LeBron James makes a young fan's experience at the Lakers game unforgettable. After her reaction that stole the show in La La Land. Don't go away. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Now, before we go, NBA superstar LeBron James gave a young fan at a Lakers game an unforgettable moment as the purple and gold beat the Miami Heat. LBJ made its way to a young girl at courtside and took a picture with her with his arm around her shoulder. To top it off, the King also gave her and her companion a pair of his game-worn wristbands. As you can see, the little girl stole the show with her very emotional reaction. In tears there, just take a look at that. After LeBron acknowledged her wearing his jersey, the King said he found out about it after checking his phone during halftime. LeBron says he was happy that he was able to provide the young one with a core moment.
To have that type of connection with someone where they can have that type of reaction, I think that's what it's all about. You know? And I've always tried to be a role model and someone that kids can look up to me, men, women, whatever the case may be, and try to make them proud and want to come see me play, or if they're not able to see me play, hopefully some of the things that I do off the floor continue to inspire them. But that was a super dope moment. I have a little girl myself. I think it'll be something that hopefully she will never forget. I'm happy to be a part of her life now, and that small little moment was such a bigger moment. So hopefully she brags about it in school.
Always a great moment when athletes come out and I think anyone, actors, any personality, sometimes
like Taylor Swift when she gives her hat.
Yeah, I mean, it leaves a...
No, like any, right?
Yeah, it leaves such a big impression on whoever they interact with.
Yeah, and it inspires the young generation because they look up to these people, right? Like this little girl, she looks up to LeBron.
Yeah.
So for him to just come up to her and have that interaction, I'm sure she was touched. Because
Yeah.
sometimes, right, we have that expectation. We meet somebody somebody that we're so fond of and we're keen and we have this expectation that they're so nice, but then they disappoint you sometimes,
Yeah.
right?
So sometimes don't meet your heroes,
exactly.
right?
Yes,
so that's why
that's
it's
saying.
great that athletes
Yeah.
do this for the younger generation.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Athletes, performers, singers,
and sometimes
everyone,
you never
yeah.
know. Maybe they might reach a different level because of you.
Exactly.
One
Yeah,
of the-
that
one-
moment.
One of the favorite stories I've actually seen recently, again NBA related, was Jalen Green, who's a Filipino-American player. When he was in high school, he used to play under a team coached by Russell Westbrook, and they're
No
playing
way.
against each other. And the Russell Westbrook went to the bench of his former team and said, "I used to coach that guy, and now he's talking to me like I'm an old man."
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
so
That's
it was
an
really
amazing
funny.
story.
So I mean, like
Yeah.
he had a lot of fun with it. So it just goes to show that sometimes, when you're trying to give back to the younger generation, you never know how they come up and what impact you're
They'll
going to
remember
Right.
it for the rest of their lives.
And I don't think it's just for, personalities. It's just for everybody. Just spread kindness
Yes.
and love wherever you go because you never know who you're going to
Ooh.
inspire.
And
That's
that
always my
is-
extra.
And that is a great way to wrap up this show. And that is it for us this Friday, January 17. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Thank you very much for joining us.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Always a pleasure sharing our mornings with you. And remember, wherever the weekend takes you, choose joy and spread kindness.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. I hope you guys have a great weekend ahead. Join us again on Monday at 7 a.m. only here on
It's a beautiful day.